Abby from WillBujoFor.Treats, and today I am back with my February 2022 setup. I know, pretty impressive. I think I have 3 videos uploaded this month. But go ahead, grab a drink, a snack, and let's get started. For this February 2022 setup, I went with a typewriter, florally, love letter to yourself, interactive of course, scrapbook kind of theme. The inspiration for my February 2022 setup came from Junie and Junie Sun Studio on YouTube. So be sure to go ahead and check out her 2022 setup because she did the cutest little typewriter with a little pull-out note that said 2022, and I just could not resist making it my February theme. If you want to check out her YouTube channel, I'll go ahead and link her down below. She also has Instagram, so be sure to check that out. To make this theme my own, I decided to, instead of writing 2022 in the little pull-out piece of paper, I actually wrote and made this like a little typed love letter to myself. You'll see in a couple of minutes what I mean. So to kick off this setup, I went ahead and pasted in some craft paper and a crafted text paper on the right and left side of the pages. If you guys are interested in these supplies, the right side of the page is actually some leftover Amazon packaging, but the left side I'll go ahead and link down below the text scrapbook paper I got from Amazon. You'll see here that I initially started outlining the drawing of the typewriter in like a black Staedtler pen. I started noticing that like the Amazon paper was kind of absorbing the ink, so I switched over to my black Posca paint pen. I like how the black Posca paint pen made the details of the typewriter pop out against the craft paper background. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many times it took me to record the phrase black Posca paint pen pop out. Try saying that 5 times fast. As always, if you guys are interested in any of the supplies that I'm using in these videos, I will try my best to link them down below. As a disclaimer to you, some of them are affiliate links, meaning that I do earn a percentage back of the purchase at no extra cost to you. So if you're looking for a way to support my channel so that I can continue to make some awesome videos and bullet journal content for you, I would appreciate if you check those links out. Thank you. Next, I decided to add in some gold detailing with my Herrow gold watercolor. The craft paper also was kind of absorbing this color, so definitely might want to just use regular craft paper instead of using Amazon leftover recycled paper like me. But you know, I was just trying to save the environment, recycle things that I had on hand. By recycled Amazon paper, like I literally mean this is the brown packaging that one of my packages came in. You guys, I have been so obsessed with this white ink pad, but it also made me sad because again, the Amazon paper was like absorbing the color. So you'll see that I had to go in with my white acrylograph to kind of paint over the letters to make it like pop out more. Now you'll see here that I've moved on to making the interactive typewriter piece to my cover page. If you guys are interested, Junie definitely has a full-blown tutorial on her YouTube channel. Again, I will link her down below, but here I kind of just wung it. The most important part for me, I would say, is make sure that the end of your typewriter piece of paper that you're using to slide in that little cutout portion of your setup, that the end is a little bit wider than the initial part that you're sliding in. And you'll see when I cut it out that like there's one section that's a little bit wider, and this is just so that your paper doesn't come all the way out when you're trying to slide it. Now you'll see here that I began to cut out the section of my typewriter that will actually show and slide the interactive piece of paper. Make sure that you guys put a piece of like cardboard or thicker paper behind your setup because otherwise you'll cut into the other pages. And of course, guys, when using this X-Acto knife, be careful. for this month is, dear self, you are doing your best and it is enough. This quote really spoke out to me this month because using this past month of January to really focus and hone in on some of the goals that I have for myself personally, it's just a reminder to myself that you're not always going to be 100% all the time, and that's okay. As long as you're trying, it's enough, right? Going back to the setup, you'll see here that that wider portion that I was talking about is really important now looking at the back side of the spread, because those two wider pieces are going to help stop your paper from pulling all the way out. I also decided to glue a piece of that Amazon recycled paper over top to hide the back of the pullout. You'll also see that mine didn't slide out as easy as I thought it would, but just make sure that when you're gluing the craft paper to hide the pullout, the back part of the pullout, that you don't tape too close to the sliding piece of paper, because mine got stuck a little bit and that's why it does not slide as well. Also, yes, vellum printouts are back again for February. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Also me, back again. In case you're wondering, yes, that quote was supposed to read, love yourself even through the process, but here I am, not planning out perfectly, that I didn't have enough space, so now it says love yourself even through process. Makes sense, right? Moving on to our February calendar spread. Guys, this paper from Notebook Therapy, can we just stop and appreciate this texture really quick? It's like this really subtle ridge on the front side of the paper, and then if you were to flip to the back side, which I don't think I show, it has these little gold streaks, but I decided to use the textured side. If you guys are interested in this Notebook Therapy product, I'll go ahead and link the product down below. Be sure to use my affiliate code to go ahead and get a discount on your purchase. It also helps support my channel at no extra cost to you. So low-key, I've been really trying to up my layering game, because layering is not easy, guys. But I think what helped the most with this process for February was kind of just going in with zero expectations. I used to be so worried about placement of each and every single piece of scrap paper, but this month I kind of just wung it, tore things on the spot, which I'm not really sure if I included a lot of that in this video because it's already 20 minutes long, and if I did that, you'd probably be here for 45 minutes. But yeah, I think the funnest part about this February theme was that I kind of just rip things and place them. Kind of just went with the flow. I was just talking to one of my friends about how it's so fun to create with no expectations or no direction with what you're creating, and I really felt like that's kind of what I did with this whole scrapbooking layering thing this month. If you guys haven't tried layering pieces of paper with absolutely no intentions of what you want to do with it, you're just doing it for funsies, I'd highly recommend. I totally see why people junk journal as therapy or stress relief, because it's just, I don't know how to describe it, it's just fun. This whole therapy thing that I have going with the layering also may or may not be a reason for me to buy a whole bunch of extra things for stationery, but I mean, I'll let you be the judge of that. these next couple of spreads, I definitely had to try out this Waterfall tab that Kelsey Doodles had going on. If you guys haven't seen her Instagram, check her out because she is goals, guys. Her layering, her ideas, they're just so fun and creative. And if you're looking for some inspiration, I highly recommend you check out her Instagram. And also maybe beg her to make a YouTube channel because I would watch that all day. If you guys are interested in her Instagram, of course, I'll go ahead and link her down below. So some of you may have noticed that I used a ruler to make like my calendar like super crisp and straight, and then all of a sudden I decided to make like the world's most unstraight lines ever. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really plan that. I kind of just went with it. Yeah, and that's how it turned out. I don't know about you, but I kind of like it. I feel like everybody has this like impression that you always have to stick to like your theme. And I guess I started my theme with straight lines, but now I'm going to deviate and I'm going to do some crooked lines. And that's just how I roll. Also, can we take a minute to appreciate this like uni pen in black real quick? So I got this pen from Cloth and Paper and she was absolutely 1000% right. Like this is the best pen for like writing on like washi tape, vellum, transparent paper because it like stays and it doesn't like rub off or like, I don't know, does that weird like liquidy thing when you write on like smooth surfaces. Highly recommend checking out this pen. I'll go ahead and link it down below. Here is another piece of Notebook Therapy like scrapbook paper. Guys, Notebook Therapy be killing the game. I am loving these samples. So for this month's setup, I definitely wanted to bring back a recipes spread, but I decided to also split it with like a wants little box. This is just me being bad and writing down all the things that I want to buy, but like I'm not going to buy. I'm just going to write about it, that I want to buy it. Putting into the world now that I'm not going to buy it because I'm trying to be good. Help, send help. Also, the phrase is definitely putting it into the universe now, not putting it into the world, was just way too lazy to re-record that segment. Sorry. monthly setup with bringing back one of my favorite all-time spreads, the one line a day or like a gratitude log. Guys, if you guys haven't incorporated this into your journal, I highly recommend. I can't say this enough, but there's just something so special about being able to write one thing about your day. And it could be anything. It could be the smallest detail, like your boyfriend made you smile, or your boyfriend. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be about your boyfriend. It could just be any part of your day that you're grateful for and it made you happy, or, it's something that you want to remember and you don't want to forget. It's just a great spread to keep track of those memories. Definitely try this in your journal if you haven't already. Also, looking back in hindsight, I thought me drinking my tea in this cute cup would totally be aesthetic, but looking back at this tea bag, it looks kind of gross. Yeah. And here we go. You're probably like, girl, what are you doing? You didn't plan to cut the edge of that page, and here you are cutting the edge of that page. And yeah, I 100% did not plan to do that, and I kind of just did it, and I kind of liked it. It added another page to the waterfall, and then I could see the tabs behind it. More layers. I'm always down for more layers, right? My February setup, I had to bring back this receipts little envelope. This was so fun for January. I really loved the creative aspect of tracking my expenses, so here's to hoping I use it a little bit more this month. If you guys are interested in these vellum envelopes, I'll go ahead and link it down below. I got them from Amazon. Super fun to use and an awesome way to kind of add a little spice to your spread, And if you're still here, you made it, guys. On to the flip through. So if you guys made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me throughout the whole entire 20 minutes. If you guys enjoyed this content, go ahead and like, subscribe, or comment. Also be sure to check me out on Instagram as I post a lot of my spreads on there. So be sure to check that out. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys soon.